Just see. All right, you're unmuted, guys. All right, so let me just hit this. Okay, before we begin, I'd just like to let everyone know that this is being recorded and it could be for at a later date. So, okay, Elena, it's all yours.
Barbara, remind me, I believe that everybody promised to come in.
The only one who's gonna be on Zoom is,
Mary Gal, she's on.
Okay,
Destination Health and Skill. Yes, and we will said somebody who will be on the person.
what about this lady, Hannah? Are we still on Barbara? No, because we can't.
Yes, Hannah, she's also gonna be on.
Okay, so let's play his agenda. And since we hear how many times here, let's start from number 2. Event ID 848661, Christmas in July. Saturday, July 26th, 2025, Neptune Avenue, between West 29th Street and West 30th. Sidewalk and street closure. Okay. Laura, do
Joelle is the CEO of Holy Hands Ministry, which we will into on Fridays on Neptune Avenue X. But this is not going to be at this, Christmas in July is a fundraiser. We will be, this is my block.
Yeah, I know that.
This is where my,
I
both
didn't-
of my homes are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me, it's mine. So it's on the block of my homes. We spoke with our neighbors. We're going to do fundraising, brand new Christmas items in order to facilitate the pantry. Meaning, but we don't pay for the food, but we pay for the generator, the gas. So in order to help us to maintain the pantry.
Okay, my only question. Because it says full street closure, both sides,
No, I didn't put school street, I didn't put that.
that's what they put, that's why I'm asking.
I didn't put that.
I don't see.
I put,
You, good evening, John.
It's a comment here, they put a comment here, that they don't want to have meeting the street closure because they're gonna be using the parking lot.
Okay, I understand, but in application, that's how it says. This is why I'm asking, maybe stupid questions.
no, well, I put, we would be front of sidewalk on Neptune Avenue at 29th Street. I put anything down. In street, didn't do that. So I don't know why it,
And then sidewalk and street closure.
Yeah, that's what it says, that's.
no, I put, no. We would be part of sidewalk on Neptune Avenue at 20th.
So you're not closing Mission Avenue for traffic?
No,
Okay. Because we had some applicant before. New events actually. Asking to close Neptune Avenue or Maryland Avenue. From Maryland, it's a box road. And I personally being very skeptical. You live in the area, you know what I'm talking about.
but I would close Neptune both sides. This wouldn't, if this was that part of that application, it would not have been new. I've closed
No,
both
no,
sides of
I
the street, but that's not what we need.
Okay,
No, we only need the sidewalk, but we understand.
Did you start this?
no, it's not, because number 1 is not here, so we decided to, okay,
Where, I'm sorry.
yeah, number 2. Yeah, I was asking about because on safe it says sidewalk and street closed. So I was asking to get clarification.
Yeah, I think that my description is, it says no, because we would need part of sidewalk on Neptune at 29th Street. But I understand that we do have to give space for pedestrians to walk. So if we could shoot into the street, I just want to make sure that was okay. To shoot into the street.
And your parking goes on street, meaning only 15.
Right, right. So, but we don't need both sides, no, we don't need. No.
Any question?
I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm just curious, did you guys assess what the event is?
Christmas in July, we're gonna be selling brand new Christmas decoration.
Oh, great, thank you.
Yeah,
Something
I mean, beautiful. From snowmen to stars.
Do you have the price range?
It'll range from $1 to $20,
Oh, that's not bad.
probably, yeah. I mean, there will be items that you would pay $200 for a snowman about this high. We're only probably, I mean, don't quote me on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say no, you said no.
He said,
But it's reasonable, it's great, it's a good thing, thanks, this is great, and they do it in the city, so this is good.
yeah.
Any other questions?
Second,
Second you.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
President,
Yes.
Milagros Keeler,
yes.
and Pat Signer.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was nice seeing you.
Thank you. Pleasure.
The whole board will vote is on Wednesday,
Okay.
and Barbara will make it on safer side.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I,
Give it a find, try to get in here.
okay, going back to number one. Event ID 8470.
Get back there.
Four, five, West End Street between Third Avenue and Fourth Block. This is by Luna Park. Between Cyclone and the main park, Full Street closure. So tell us about, I believe it's not the first time you're doing this.
It is the first time we're doing that, yes. Basically, we are renting out Luna Park, we're renting out the Cyclone, and we're renting out the park for a few hours, to our families. Well, it's a private school that we're doing this for, and we want to serve food. And we basically want to serve food on the. So, I don't want to our school sing a little bit. So we spoke with the police.
Question. Is it open to the public, you mean
It's-
food, or, I understand you're renting Luna Park, whatever you're renting,
Yeah,
it's for, kids and families from Yeshiva.
yeah, we should.
Okay, what about food open to the public, or is it private?
It's not open to the public, it's just for our school.
So it's private,
It's a private,
that's how you apply, I think.
yeah, I applied as a private. Okay.
It's yours.
It will be done by 8 o'clock.
I don't know, I don't know the issues.
It's not just that, we're just different, it's just. People. We don't really know, we think 500, we hope 500, we hope allow families to come, it's a one, we like to celebrate every year. Yeah, that's not, and, we thought the school needed a little bit.
Have you interacted with the Luna Park people?
Yes,
And did they What's the response?
they actually suggested that.
Do you have proof of that?
Uh,
Email to send it to Elaine?
I can get you proof of that. I can get,
I'll send it to Barbara.
Oh, Barbara, okay.
is that who I was emailing? Is that who emailed me?
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
Is even where you're gonna have it? Is it park property part of that area that is gonna be on?
No, it's not just three. That's why they came to us because
Yeah,
it's a big.
It's a Thursday. Yeah.
It's a big. Do you have any issues with event number one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we spoke with Brad, I just got off the phone with him
Yeah.
recently. We just have to make sure we have the power to cover it, gotten that approval yet.
Just keep some on the stand.
that banner. Security. Have to show them that.
No, we gotta make sure there are barriers properly in the street, right?
So
like,
Luna Park told me that I could use their
Oh, you
their
could?
barriers. Their
Okay,
gates were
that's good.
I'm okay as long as I.
No problem.
How many hours could it rent?
Just the 4 hours, so we're only there from 3 o'clock.
It says to 8.
Yeah, because Luna Park, we're there from 3 to 7, and then from 7 to 8, we wanted the street, and then we're out. We're out by 9.
It's
Yeah,
better
we're-
than being. Do the.
So the little place, oh, what's the time, is the little party? No, you're renting that?
No, the rise.
No, they're renting the park,
Park.
the park itself.
Oh. Rent all the time, the whole time, part of it? Oh, then I was forgetting. I
So
don't
the
even
park
need to
is
listen. I'm
full.
sure they told you, yeah.
Plus, park-
I thought you were.
No,
Into the,
we're not even gonna get the party.
Good for you.
Okay.
I wanna be there.
Come, guys, come,
Look, let's
come for a sandwich.
Thank you, man.
So we gotta come with the Time Community. Board.
No.
Find me. Don't find me, I'm Hannah.
I'm gonna take my paper with me.
Take it with me.
I'm gonna go walk in there.
We're gonna send
Hannah with one
out,
hand, one hand, and two hands.
Yes, that's my.
You already made the motion, who seconded? Roll call, Madam Chair.
yeah,
Hey, Elena Macklin.
yes,
Lucy Diaz. You're Krasnick. Elijah Keeler.
Yes.
And Pat Singer.
Yes.
thank you very much.
You got it.
We're
Very
gonna move, we will then the community board. Also, group. After that, Barbara will put the application stake aside.
amazing, thank you. Amazing, thank you. There was a question about, for this, if we were planning to have a stage, there's a question about, do you guys know if I needed to do that with DOB? Will I ask about that?
No, depends on the stage. If you, I would highly recommend,
Yes,
if you need a stage,
yes,
to find mobile stage. Otherwise, you're gonna spend money for an architect, for a plan, and go to GOB, and you have no time.
okay,
So I would highly recommend to find a mobile.
okay.
I have what I use, I'll give you a name, you would call the guy.
Oh, but that's Lula, they can move the stages.
They,
No,
They have the ones that, I guess the ones that connected that are like,
Yeah.
if they can put it on their property.
Yeah.
You're covered, you don't have to do anything
if I put it on their sidewalk,
on their property, so you're gonna find out.
Inside.
what's their
The
property on
sidewalk
the
isn't
high?
their property.
The sidewalk-
Anything on the street is not their property.
I mean, maybe inside or
Yeah,
whatever.
you can be inside the gate.
But there is no way,
Because if you bring not mobile stage, you gotta send the plan. It should be approved through GLC. If you can.
okay, thank you guys. Thank
No,
you guys.
you actually have no time to.
Another week.
No. No.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
Yeah, because I use a company that has stages, maybe they want.
That'd be great, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Event ID 6 number.
Okay,
Yes.
it's up now, and you change the date. It's now, okay. Number 6, event ID 849101, community council, sorry.
That May on this, that's a Monday.
Again?
No, you're looking at the wrong month,
Which number is it?
Thursday. Yes.
So, community health,
What's the date now?
your application said May 25th, right? Now it's May 18th.
Yes, we already gone to the temple, the January, and it's already changed the date.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, May 18th.
So we are closing
At the- Number 6. Yes.
I believe you used to have a similar event last year.
Yeah, it's a little different, the offer last time, this time is community health and. But it's almost the same event, because it's a tabling event, last time is the same tabling event, and this time is the same too. But it's some kind of risk different, obviously, community partners have come. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's not May 25th, right? It's the 18th.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we spoke to Aaron, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, we're good with it. Just not the 25th.
Again, because of the, I think that was the Memorial Day.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, that.
Oh, wow.
They make like 4th of July weekend, Memorial Day and Labor Day.
Sure.
We don't approve it. Okay. Any question?
So what is the going to? The health event.
But
But the separate, like.
Up.
Official.
I thought you had this one before.
It's my first time. Normally here, Hanif is coming here.
There on the street.
She's not a
Yeah,
bit with
they
that.
did it before, but it used to be, job, fair,
Job.
not with the health. I'm really concerned about my case. Okay,
We are doing this from the past 3 years.
I remember,
Yes.
huh?
We just said.
Yeah. It's not-
Yeah, so.
No, it's nothing to, no. It doesn't matter. I'm always concerned, it's May, so I'm not, when it comes to summer, I'm really concerned about any street closures. Traffic. So far, I'm fine. Okay. In motion, any question? Yes, sir.
Okay, Yelena Mackin,
Yes.
Lucy Marie Diaz,
Yes.
Gary Krasner,
Yes.
July Martinez. Pat Singer.
Yes.
Okay, motion
Thank
carried.
you very much.
Thank you
We
so
will
much. I
We
really
will
appreciate
work on Wednesday, report. And after it's approved, Barbara will
it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
take a look to our room.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we have
Yeah.
a Dwyer Gardens Family Day.
Thank you.
We have block party celebrating the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We have dance under the sky. Okay, let's go to number 5, because actually we don't have to vote for it, correct, Barbara?
Right.
Okay.
They're on the screen right now if you want to
Yeah,
talk to them.
because they received their approval and government from state one. without community board and without 6O, just because it was under open culture. Okay,
What's that mean?
okay, there are certain programs, city has, people are applying. Oh, and even though it still goes through safeguard, the same way like, we used to have DOT programs, like open streets and on and on. Everything goes through safer right now. But those kind of programs, unfortunately, do not require our
System that.
it's concerning. Okay, this is way, yes, but it's a very small tree. We had it last year. They were planning in March. For some reasons, they changed it to May 24th. She has permit. Already received permit from safe.
Is that street between the parking lots there?
No, it's on the other side.
It's by the library?
It's a very small street.
Yes, it's
They
not.
had it last year, no issue. No issues.
Hello, my name is Anastasia, and I'm the one who's did the permit for the open culture program. So if you guys have any questions, I'm more than welcome to answer them.
We don't have any questions to you, except it's a Memorial Day weekend. But we have questions to say.
What I'm saying is, Barbara, you could still place a comment in. System.
Yes.
In the future, yeah, we can say in the future.
Any weekend permits, regardless if they're small or not, it's still a concern because we need our offices at different places. You can place a comment in there, they're not gonna listen, but at least it's on the record that if something happens, then you don't.
That's what I want.
Okay.
Okay, so for event number 5, we don't have to work. Since they have a permit, we are asking Barbara to put comments in safe system. We are concerned because it says. Do we have anybody else? Okay, let's go to the last event, last one. Just came in today. May 17th, Saturday, destination Health Ski in Brooklyn. I believe they're not closing street, they're closing only sidewalks. It's by, if I'm not mistaken, correct me, it's by Brighton Beach Playground.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
everyone hear me?
Sure.
Yes. So let me give you a little bit about the event. So us from NYU Langone Department of Dermatology, we're partnering with the Skin Cancer Foundation to do a free skin cancer screening event for Brighton Beach local residents. And we basically want to park a van on that street adjacent to Brighton Beach Playground. Since it's a dead end, it won't obstruct any traffic and it only really takes up less than half of the street. And we're not looking to close the sidewalk either. It's just because we have people lining up on the sidewalk for the event that there might be a little obstruction, but the sidewalk won't be closed.
Okay, but you're not touching the street because it's the entrance or exit from the parking lot.
Yeah,
correct?
we're not obstructing that at all. It's gonna be parked on the,
4 seconds.
Yeah.
yes, it's gonna be on the opposite side of the street from the parking lot. So cars can drive in and out, no problem.
I believe you had a similar one before.
Yes, we did do this last year. We applied for it under a street event instead of a health fair, like a different type of permit, and that costed us $3,000. So we were hoping to do it
Fine,
under
it's
a
fine
health
now.
Yeah, it was, and since we're both nonprofits, it was a pretty big hit. But
Yeah.
yeah, now we're applying for it under a health fair permit because we think it qualifies for that.
Between Brightwater Court and then end.
Yes.
What time is the actual event?
The event will be from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
All right, just be aware that that's a half marathon day,
Uh-huh.
so that you should get there very early because traffic will be closed on the Belt Parkway on certain section and Ocean Parkway. So
Got
be
it. Okay.
very aware of getting there on time or if you need to be there on time,
Yeah,
right?
thank you for
Yeah,
the heads up. I think the van would aim to get there around 7 or 8 a.m. just to set up everything.
that's fine. Yeah,
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you for the notice.
yeah, because that's early, but they're on the other side.
Yeah,
But it's just got kids to drive. Yeah.
right. Okay, any questions?
Yes.
Good. Like,
Sorry, I don't think I could hear the audio. Could someone repeat the question?
The question is, before the pay to get in for a Christmas in July, we have to pay.
no, that's
No,
that's
the people,
sure. Oh no,
those people just left.
sure.
Okay,
Okay, I'll go to that one.
Christmas in July, fine, you don't have to pay.
Okay. Well, I'll show.
Motion to approve.
that's,
You? Elena Ackley,
yes,
Lucy Marika Diaz,
Yes.
Gary Krasnick,
Yes.
Milagros Skiles,
Yes.
Pat Singer.
Yes.
okay, we can, thank you very much. What about, who do we have? Sheila Small, who else?
That's it, right?
And then one party celebrating.
Yeah.
Also change number 4. It's Niger side, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
We never ever had anything from Niger side before.
No.
That was, that Elaine, it came up on the top part where we have input, not the, where it's just FYI.
Okay, fine, but do we have any representatives?
No. Nobody on the Zoom.
So,
Oh, does anyone want to let Mary know that we finished her vote?
okay, she was. I know, I did that. Best story, God straight. Oh, begin. Is it Bass Road, Tory Street?
That's 33rd between Mermaid.
They had it before.
What number is that?
Huh?
What number?
3 and 4.
It was small first. Okay, what do you want?
No, they had it just 26 for out. Okay, when people who are making an event before start, we always say. But I don't know, it's up to committee to decide what we're gonna do. Table it or vote. Number 3, number
Wyatt family.
I would say table it to the board meeting and then have it, and then,
I think you business.
and then tell them that.
Okay. So there is a motion to table it.
Both table both?
Yes. Aye,
Second.
Barbara, they did not even respond, right?
But I think it was last year or the year before, we referred it back to PSA 1. And it took forever for them to we were supposed to get in touch with them. And they said they were going to, go and talk to, I don't remember if it was Sheila, but it was one of the night shift.
No, Sheila is different. We always, It's sure, I don't know, 10, 11.
I'm very confused, not, because if you're saying that O'Dwyer sent to you every year, why didn't all the other NYCHA ones come to you? Because I thought PSA one approved those. Do you have the answer to that or you don't?
No, it's different, it's.
We don't have the answer to that.
2 years ago, was
Yes.
the first time I had any interaction with PSA one. That was, Officer Patel.
Still there, yeah.
Yeah, I know he's still there, he comes to our meetings. The point was, the person before him, we never had any interaction with. And we just, my recollection, and of course it could be fuzzy, we didn't approve him, but we never notified.
You were never.
We knew, in other words, we knew what was happening,
Yeah.
but we didn't vote on it.
Right, so the community board didn't have any input. So that's why I'm confused, but she's saying, well, Dwyer's always been here. I'm
No, no,
confused.
no. it's-
She said that she knows,
I said,
she knows she was event.
I
No,
just
I
said,
know, she also said that it was approved last year by this community board. So what I was
yes, I
confused-
think.
I'm saying where I was confused is why is one night your development coming to us and the rest are not, or vice versa?
Again, maybe they were filing under the different program. The event number 3, we just were talking about, it was filed under open culture. We also
Oh,
have
okay,
something,
okay.
so maybe they were filing.
But
So
they
now,
done it over and
yeah.
over again, why would?
But now, everything, even open culture, even open street, plazas, whatever, that coming through state.
Got it.
Okay, it used to be, and I remember we were sending letters to DOT and to applicants saying, out of respect to community, even if you don't need our approval, please let us know. Because we don't wanna approve any other events in the same day. So now everything going through safe, except still one DOT program. Someone was approved. And we
Open
were
street.
told by.
It's open street. It's
Yeah,
one on
open
West
street.
22nd Street. Yeah, FYI.
Needed, correct, Barbara?
Yes.
Okay, so we will table to event. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Lucy Dominguez, yes.
Yes.
Yuri Krasner. Yes. Milagros Velez. Matt Singer.
Yes.
Right here.
Okay. So let's go to new business on the.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's on. Years ago. Community board team voted for moratorium. For any events from Brighton 7 to Ocean Parkway, including side streets. Reason we had to vote for it because we had 100% unmanageable flea markets on each and every block during the summer. Almost every weekend, we had the flea market, Brighton 4, Brighton 6, Brighton 7, Brighton 6, with tons of garbage being left. And the dozens of parking parking spots saved. So the 50% of our community board, the people who became community board members after we voted for it, so I want to bring it back. But what came to my mind lately, and we talked about it when we had last committee meeting. More and more applicants coming to apply for an event with full street closure, and I'm not talking about side streets, I'm talking about Neptune, Mermaid, and Surf Avenue during the summer. And many of those people are outsiders, or they don't live in the area, and they really have no idea how we suffer every summer because of that. So if we're gonna decide that we're gonna somehow renew moratorium or come up with the full moratorium for community board 13, I would like us to think about including Coney Island, let's say from May 1st to October 1st or October 30th, whatever we can work on day. Because Neptune itself is not only very busy avenues when it comes coming to Coney Island, coming from Coney Island. It's also bus routes. And summer is crazy enough. So in order to manage all of those events with this full street closure, especially with bus routes, we need resources. We are taking people from local precinct, and we need those people to patrol streets, to be in amusement area, to be in each and every part of the district, to deal with traffic and on and on. And we are giving, by approving those events, we are not only giving them extra headache, we are also giving us, the residents, extra headache. That's how I feel. It's up to you to decide.
I'd like to add to that,
What?
couple of points. The Jubilee, the Brighton Jubilee, at that time when the individual block things were put out, it was agreed by the community board, we have on the record that Brighton Beach Avenue and Coney Island Avenue will be locked in for the Jubilee. Oh, the Jubilee has grandfathered in.
Wait a minute, why it should be locked for Jubilee?
Because that's what we agreed to. If you're gonna get.
No,
one
we,
block thing,
no,
I'm paying to the nose.
I'm paying
Not
also.
for one block.
Okay,
I pay for multi-blocks and I
Wait
pay
a minute.
$30,000 with fees
Wait
and
a
everything
minute.
else here.
wait a minute. We are not, okay, let me tell you something. As of now, SEPA, City of New York, has moratorium
I spoke to
on
them.
all multi-blocks events,
I spoke to them.
multi-blocks
New,
events.
multi-block events, right?
Huh?
New,
New multi-block
New
events,
new.
new.
We're around where is up there with Mermaid, with the Mermaid Parade, with the hot dog thing, all around for many, many decades already. And we both deserve the community board support. And
You
it's
have support,
not the one that you're talking about knocking this out. First of all, with the 10 block, the individual ones were there. Some of them were legitimately because they belonged to the local schools or local organizations that was one block base. They were so schmackers, whatever. It was nice for summer. The community came out and went to these things. Like it wasn't really upsetting the whole neighborhood. You felt that the Board of Trade might be effective.
I did not feel
That's what you
that board,
said.
no, I did not say. Let me repeat what I said, I had great memory. We came with moratorium from Brighton 7 to
Doesn't include
Ocean
the
Parkway, only for one and only reason, not to touch your event, okay?
No. You said the Board of Trade, the storekeepers.
There is nothing like Board of
And
Trade,
that's the
there is
nothing
no
about-
organization like Board of Trade,
There was a Board of Trade.
okay? When we came,
Snyder was the director of it for many years. Before then, there were other directors of the Board of Trade.
when we came out with moratorium, when we had Board of Trade, or we have Brighton Beach Bay.
It came later, but before that, had the Board of Trade with Marty Snyder ran the office in the bank.
Okay, how do you wanna protect Jubilee, tell me?
I'm just saying to lock it in, like you're making a rule now, you want to knock out something for the, you're right. You shouldn't invite outside people to make money in our community. It could have been left that only neighborhood organizations could do something like a block thing, but we did. You wanted it all knocked out. It was all knocked out from 7th Street to Ocean Parkway. And they all blamed B&A. They came thinking that we did it. No, we didn't do it.
Yeah, you, okay. So what do you want, what do you wanna add?
I want my ruling reiterated on our policy and our laws there, that these two blocks, I put with the exception of your bid, that you want to do.
It's not gonna be any exception, we are not even talking about Coney Island Avenue. For one,
That whole area there, I don't want, you had two fairs coming up right now on Coney Island Avenue, your fair, and you had the bank limited down to the sidewalk. But My problem was, and has been over the
What
years,
was
we have
wrong?
been caught more
What
than
was wrong with the band having few tables on side street?
because it opens a door for other people to say, I want to do it over there.
No.
No, I have to get have to have traffic.
You
go
did
there.
not come to the meeting when we approved or the band. Band was told.
No, no, I knew, I also have a problem with my breathing right now with a cold. And have all winter here. The point being,
Can you clarify what we're looking to approve?
Like to have a moratorium
This is the old business.
or all, no, I wanna combine all the needs.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. I would like to see moratorium be voted by community board of team to stop all events in Coney Island, Surf Avenue, Neptune Avenue, all new events, all new events.
Right, like you mentioned last month, moving forward.
Yes, all new events
Right, okay.
between
So
West
why is that
47.
upset if it's new events, it's not old? She's not going backwards, she's going moving forward.
right, you have a ruling on, first of all, you have a ruling on the books right now that side blocks were knocked out. There's a ruling moratorium on no more. I don't know why when somebody calls in and says, we want to do a fair here or Neptune, whatever, you know, what happened has been for a while. But other people, we have a ruling, no, we can't do it here. Why must you come to a meeting and then turn them down? They should have been turned down initially, you have a ruling you made.
Well, you're saying there was already an existing ruling?
Yes,
So why did we approve?
yes, we proved that, we have.
The existing thing was from Brightwater Ford.
You also
Okay.
want to include Coney Island. She's
Okay.
trying to expand the location.
But saying it's already in existence.
Not for the entire space.
It was.
Anyway, we don't have a ruling in Neptune, because at the time, they felt Elton was over there with an office, so they say something in their office, it's okay.
Is the
Patterson isn't existing, but it's not the same locations. You're extending it to where we would like to extend it to another location.
I'm not extending, I would like to extend it to Coney Island.
Okay, so it's extended, we're requesting an extension from the existing ones. So I don't understand the problem, but I think Pat is saying that Coney Island's already included, am I
No,
confused?
right.
You have two big ones there, you have the hot dogs and you have the mermaid, and those are big.
But those are not, no, I'm sorry, with all respect, those don't get approved by us. The only thing that gets approved is West 12th Street. Those two parades get approved by the mayor's office directly.
No,
Only the West 12th Street section, that's free.
All right, then.
The entire hot nonsense and the entire, mermaid parade gets done by the mayor's office directly. They take our own foot and do this to us.
Coney Island is trying to put together a bid, they're talking about putting a bid. for
Yes.
Coney Island. I think that should be tabled until they have their bid.
Now. Yeah, thank you for clarifying it, both of you. So, she's asking
So
for table, you need a motion to the table.
Your moratorium, and Brian, did you want to limit Neptune Avenue and that's something new.
Not yet, we're not voting nothing.
No, that's what, I'm just confused. You would like to go back to old moratorium, or you wanted to expand?
I wanted to go back to old moratorium and add.
And add.
Coney Island.
Okay, so.
You're requesting.
Old moratorium plus expanding.
And
So we said we're 37.
Forget it, that's that, no, okay, I
Don't
said,
say, wait for that bid to be formed, let them submit.
well, take your vote now. What are you talking about?
okay, to extend moratorium.
Yes.
Extend moratorium.
Or she can vote to table it. We can. If it was
George Avenue, Neptune Avenue, Mermaid Avenue.
What a
New
new
event,
event.
for new events only,
Because the only person that is Mermaid Avenue is us.
for new events.
But that's what she's trying to avoid, the future.
Right, I understand that.
Because Mermaid is really a crazy block, especially the buses going down.
I'm trying to protect the Jubilee, I don't want to have to fight every year.
But the Jubilee has nothing
No,
to do with
it's
it.
fighting with Jubilee.
There's
It's
no
being
one-
approved.
We approve this year, but I don't want to go every community and have it. Are we not? Because I have to lay out money and do things like that, and I want to make sure I protect the Jubilee.
Do you have an example? Since 15 years ago, I'm a chair of this committee. that your event was not even close to be approved.
I remember when I walked into the County Hospital for a general meeting. And our chairperson at that time was Lucy, and she said, we don't count on them approving your jubilees, it's not a given. And I was on 20 years doing it, and I said, what does that mean? What does it mean it's if? I spoke to this SAPO, and they said to me, what's that?
Eddie, do you see anyone raising their hand?
No,
Are you sure? Just scroll through.
no, there's no way.
Or no new
We need a
event.
Separate motion.
Okay, I make a motion to take the latest suggestion, any second,
One second.
any second. Fury, vote.
Motion.
All right, wait,
Stating what?
clarify.
She's extending it to Coney Island Mermaid Avenue, that's it.
Okay, so making a motion for, okay, latest,
Coney Island, Mermaid, sort from Best Story 7 to Silver Island. Period, end of story. You event, does not apply to you, so what did
second the time.
I don't want to hear about a year, we're fighting a year from now, you don't want to, something comes up a political.
Okay, listen up. Go, Barbara.
We need to be very clear. Because whatever goes down in on Wednesday night, and the board is gonna vote. So, we have to,
Discussion going on right
wait a minute, we also have to let the board members know, which is what Elaine said in the beginning tonight, well, when it just started. Most of our board members have no idea that there's a moratorium to begin with, they were not here.
No, we have it on the book.
No,
No,
We voted,
How many years ago? Most of our board members are new.
that's what your bylaws are for, they either upgrade them or they have no idea about it, in your
it's not the
bylaws.
part of our law.
So there's a motion already on the table, and there's a second. But if you need clarification on the motion, then Yelena will do the clarification from the And I would also suggest that you dig up this 1930
It
moratorium,
wasn't then,
just making a.
it wasn't that long ago.
Okay, I would suggest, and maybe Pat Singer might have it because she's adamant about it, is to get a copy. And just add it that, and then Yelena will have it and say, I'm extending it from this location to this, not I apologize. The committee is requesting to extend it from Apple to Zebra, and now people would understand.
Yeah,
So I'm sure Pat has a copy of it somewhere.
I don't have it, this is going back years ago, we
Okay.
discussed, this was.
Right, but something so important to you, you should have it in your hands.
And we for that, and we agreed to it, to our motion, and from Ocean Parkway down to Brighton 7th Street, no more single block fairs, that's fine.
okay,
And then they said, okay, we're also gonna protect the Jubilee, make it clear that the Jubilee and with only multi-block festival, they would have that section. Because when the Jubilee takes a lot of fence work, a lot of police security, whatever, and you just can't give that out, that block like that, we wanna protect. We don't. want
Okay, there's
people
already a
taking-
motion on the table, there's a second, and I would like Elena to just clarify for the record
okay,
what the motion.
clarify. To extend old moratorium, which says no new events from Brighton 7, on Brighton Beach Avenue, from Brighton 7th Street to Ocean Parkway, including Side Street to Brightwater Court and Ocean View. That's, it was our old moratorium.
On what days,
Uh,
or just in general?
in general.
Okay.
Okay, we would like to extend this moratorium to Neptune, Shore, and Mermaid Avenue from West Story 7 to Steelville Avenue for all new events, period, end of story. We cannot touch side streets except, because we are trying to encourage people. Look, we have
Your concern
10
is traffic.
different, we have 10 different, no, I explained to you. 10 different family days, not enough. So since 10 meetings ago, we are encourage people to take side street instead of closing street. So we cannot take all sides.
So now I have a question on this. And it goes back to Pat's question a little bit. So we just approved five, let's say five applications. Into the, after the day of the board meeting, if these come back next year, you have to approve them. We don't have to unless,
But
but they're
not,
not part of the
okay,
moratorium,
but
right?
not, yes.
Okay, just.
But none of them, because if they tell me that they're closing Neptune Avenue, the event number 2, believe me, Lucy, I would be dancing in front of them the same way I was dancing before, begging them.
So now we go back to the O'Dwyer situation. It says mermaid and.
It's like, okay.
Yes.
Hold up.
She needs clarification for the minutes.
All right, Elena, and then you said to extend the moratorium to include Neptune, Mermaid, and Surf Avenue from
West 47 and Silver Avenue.
Would you stop at Stillwell and not go all the way to Ocean Parkway?
I would go,
Yeah,
okay.
just to include everybody else instead of West 8. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, but park is a park, and let's say if we say don't touch any streets, it might affect the only event that street, not, in addition to park, it's September 11th Family Day.
yes.
I don't wanna,
Sure. No, good point.
Elena Mackin.
yes,
Lucy Diaz.
Yes.
Yuri Krasner. Yes. Douglas Keelis. Pat Singer.
I don't think I recruit myself on this, I don't know. Street fair.
No, well, no, because yours is an old.
You can recuse. You can recuse. You can say
I'm
recuse.
just saying that. All right, I would say yes. Of course, I would say, just continue the moratorium that we have in.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So now, as new business, I would suggest the community board to dig up that existing moratorium. I know I'm not pronouncing it right, but it is what it is. And that way you can hand Pat Singer a copy, you can have it on file forever. And in case someone says, may I see it, you have it already and show it to them at the meeting. You don't have to print it. My suggestion would be just have 1 or 2 copies. Save it free.
Just remember, our computers several years ago crashed. So I don't know if we can resurrect
I don't share, huh?
Well,
email.
where did you send this? Who approved it?
Community board.
No, who approved the
Way back.
moratorium?
Community board.
No, but when?
No, somebody had to approve it. You just can't say I'm doing
It's a
it.
vote.
It was a vote.
And who did you send it to? The Staples?
No,
No, it's our policy.
it was our policy, Lucy, it wasn't sent to Sabo. Well, if we denied it, we went back to the moratorium.
Denied because of
Okay.
Once you have like that moratorium, you have to take all these applications that don't apply. Say to stuff all this activation.
Okay, I have something here from Stephanie.
Okay, wait. Okay, we have Michael Silverman raise his hand. Michael?
Well, it's kind of late now because you already had the vote.
Sorry.
But my suggestion certainly would have been not to tie it to the previous motion from 100 years ago that no one will be able to find.
I'm not so old, I remember it.
Okay,
That's why I said 1930, but.
25 years ago, 20 years ago, pick a number, it really doesn't matter.
It's 10 years
But
ago.
if you wanted to move this forward, then it should have simply been going forward and standing on its own. Because you actually can't tie something to the old motion. That's dead, that's done. So you can reference it, but that shouldn't really be part of your motion.
Okay.
But that's why my
You can't
hand
put a
was
piece
up.
of paper from 5 years ago. What makes you think they're gonna find 2?
That's
Sorry.
unfair, Lucy.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
What I'm saying is best to take the old one, add it to it and say at the bottom the date, and then you have 1 piece of paper.
or, well,
Should be part of your bylaws.
but that's not the way it's done, Lucy.
Wasn't in the bylaws when you were going through the
No,
bylaws?
There's nothing in the bylaws about this.
No, it's
This
not.
is the ruling made by whoever so many years ago. You're gonna have the same argument at the board meeting coming up.
We voted tonight, it's not gonna go anywhere.
Okay, wait, Michael. So let's say, if we vote now, okay. We can do one? Okay, so let's say if I have a motion to have a moratorium without add and without extend, to have a moratorium on all outdoor new events, blah, 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 in area, is it going to solve the problem?
You have
Not adding new area to old moratorium. Just to vote for a new moratorium, including those areas.
that will stand, okay, but then you need to make sure that you try to find the existing so you have proof.
It exists.
Right.
Okay.
Okay,
And Mark has his hand up if you don't see it.
Mark has his hand up. Mark?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can't really extend something you can't find. But I don't think it was as long ago as you think. I think Joanne was the chair when the original vote at Coney Island Hospital was to put a moratorium. I didn't attend whatever the street closing committee that led to that one, but the motion was while Joan was chair, but so it could have been 12, up to 12 years ago. But I think you do need to go moving forward, not extending something you can't find. Because we're going to be, somebody kept the minutes printed somewhere because they're a background and still have them because they weren't electronic back then.
That's Ma'am Cleaver.
Yeah, but then if you start a whole new moratorium. Pat is gonna start losing it because she thinks that it's going to affect her events. So she doesn't want to touch people.
At that point, then all she has to do is read the new moratorium that doesn't mention Brighton Beach at all. It would just be the areas that you're concentrating on. So there can not be any confusion.
I wrote to the community board today saying that this be added on this discussion.
Added what? Added what?
Saying that Brighton Beach area and Coney Island area because it's used for one event every year, and that's the Jubilee. Not till we have multiple people wanting to use the avenue, and we go back to the homeowners that we're getting crazy with this.
I'm not dead yet. Okay, I'm not dead yet.
So what does that mean?
Because I have my event also. And I'm the same part.
I put an exception into the bid because you became.
And I'm the same part, of Brighton Beach Avenue community like.
But you're amending the existing.
Okay, I'm gonna find.
Let me finish. You're amending the existing okay? And the reason I bring this up is because when we amend the bylaws, it's the same exact thing. You just need to find that first document. So I'm not understanding why we need to do a whole brand new shaboom. Okay, and we will find it.
It's actually simple, Lucy, because you see how long you're spending doing this now? Multiply that by 50 people in the room.
49, because only one cares, which is you.
All right, so that's the first bit of information that's
opposite what I said.
correct. So that's the first bit of information that's correct. But now you've got 50 to 60 people in that room, okay, that is now going, look how long it's taking you now. So KISS, keep it simple, stupid. I mean, why confuse it?
By one document.
No, we just wanna find the existing document to let them know that the gene extended to this area. But somebody needs to find it.
Okay, I'm looking for it.
And that was the reason I asked, was it sent to an agency, because maybe you could reach out to that agency if for some reason you can't find it in the computer.
Should have
So
been.
now, if it can't be found, then tomorrow I can apply for something where Jubilee's at, and you can't, and you need to prove to me there's nothing there. I can't take your word for it. Respect.
Okay, let us look some more and that's it.
I'm sure you'll find it. You keep things for almost all.
Must say though, when it comes, I remember many years ago, for example, I could do with the street fairs. But when we had fires with the bungalows and whatnot, there was a ruling made by this office that if a bungalow got burnt down or became an empty lot, we should offer it up to the house that's nearest to that lot so they could buy it, so we could have more spacing in the bungalow area. So these small houses would be expanded out. That was made into a ruling, and I don't even know where that ruling is anymore. Either. It should have been, it should have been.
That was. Chuck was.
Should be safe.
Anything that happened.
And this is another rule that was made, and it should have been safe so that you could have a policy to guide you.
Okay, let us look, let's. I would not, Milagros, I would not even start with Brighton, okay? The reason
No, he's asking a question.
Okay,
I'm asking, I'm saying that, can we do a new document saying that as of today, there is no new applicant for this place and this place, because you'll cover her, you'll cover me, because it's not new, her, it's not new, I'm not new. Talking
Okay,
about
Michael.
new. So nobody could go and apply for her, apply for me, because they new. It's a new person.
Michael, where is it? In here?
Michael, are you there?
I'm here.
okay, Milagros asking, can we go for a new document, like she says, without extending, without adding, just to have a moratorium for all new events for Coney Island, meaning from West 37th Street to Steelville Avenue, Surf, Neptune, and Mermaid Avenue. Can we do this?
Well, let's do it the right way. You have a parliamentarian here and he's on the screen. So let's ask him.
Good, Mark.
Yes, you can make a motion for this moratorium under new business and then bring it up at the board. And it's probably a safer bet to just not reference any previous document.
And Mark, what do you do about the motion that was just voted on?
Vote to withdraw it, still in the committee.
Okay.
You
Okay.
have to vote to withdraw it. That would be a safe, that's how
Yeah.
you get around it, but you're still in the committee. You vote to withdraw it.
You need to find it.
Well, from here on, from today on. That's
What
it.
do you,
Okay, let's vote to withdraw.
First.
Okay. No, it was no expiration, but we have to find it.
Existing document that you have to find.
Okay, anyway, let's vote to
He has a
withdraw.
question, which I agree with him.
Okay, but as of now, let's withdraw.
No, we can't, because it's based on the vote that we just took.
Okay, if they don't have it, what else?
But he's asking a question. Listen.
I found it, but I don't know.
Exactly, and tomorrow I'm gonna apply for something in private.
Should be included in both for the new moratorium.
That's what I'm trying to do. Let's do
What he's
new
saying
ones.
is-
What?
Refusing the old does not take away what we cannot find, is what he's trying to say, right?
Yes. It's Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, but I want you to be very clear on the streets, so Pat doesn't get upset.
Right.
Be very clear on every street. I'm just bringing it out.
I want to clear that right and putting on a moratorium on the existing players that have been there, ours and mine.
You can't say only you.
You cannot do it, no new events.
Let's just don't do events.
No new events. No new events.
No, you event. You event is there, right? Oh, no, you watch. I cannot go.
Okay,
We don't-
so what are we doing? Withdrawing the amount and bringing as the new business?
But again, I want it to be very clear on the street because Pat is upset. She's not upset anymore. It doesn't, but we can't place an individual event, as we're saying, new. The word new means that anything in history is history. Okay, no, I know that, I just wanna make sure.
Jeff.
Okay. So now let's take a vote for the withdrawal.
Okay, Mark,
Yes.
Yeah.
New events.
Yeah, vote to withdraw and a new motion, since you're still in committee, for specific streets. Don't mention Brighton. Now, the Brighton one is still in effect if you can find.
Okay,
paperwork.
but if we cannot find, why don't we have all together?
together.
But if we cannot find, Barbara just told all of us that computer will crash. I don't know if I, yes, we are talking about 15 years ago, at least 15 years
And we're
ago.
gonna say the word.
I think
no,
less than
no, new.
15, but you've still got the same problem.
Correct. So you're safe, Pat, either way. Yeah, you're safe because what you have to do, right?
That's what I
Since
said.
the conversation.
I said, no new event. Milagros, but I said, no new event.
Yes.
I think you're
Moratorium
going to
on
have the same problem,
all
Michael.
new
If you try to do, I'm sorry. If you try to do it all in one, you're going to have as Michael pointed out, you got the same question. You've got times 49 or however many we actually are by Wednesday. So in the committee, withdraw the old one. Since the committee is still running, make a new one specifically Coney Island. It doesn't mean the other one doesn't exist if somehow we find someone kept a copy of the minutes or
Well,
something from that one.
Separate.
Can I
like
ask
a Brighton, like a
Mark.
Mark,
Yes.
I think this would be easier in my opinion. And maybe Michael, since he brought it up, he might want to chime in. Is to vote on to voiding the existing moratorium, whatever. And then vote on a new one and add all the streets.
You could do that. You'd have to vote here to doing that.
Yes,
But then when you get to the full board,
well, people
Now-
just need to understand English.
the full
I mean,
board could still say, okay, we vote to avoid them all, but we don't then vote to approve this
Well,
separate motion,
They could do
and then
that
you
with-
have
they could
no
do that with the next
moratoriums.
streets.
You have no moratoriums at that point.
Listen, yeah, you're using.
I
a
think
different
it's a more-
Mark,
It's a more
terminology, but I'm
dangerous
saying the
thing
same
to do.
Mark. So can we do it in one motion that we just gonna put a motion and vote on the new one that overrides the existing without?
No, you're still in committee. No, withdraw it. You
No,
brought
no,
it up and
It's a vote to withdraw.
No, the vote to withdraw that we already
That's separate.
accepted. But I'm talking, I think Lucy and we are talking about the existing moratorium that we cannot find for now. So the new motion will be to replace the existing moratorium with the new one, and then we say
And then you
Brighton
include
Beach Point,
everything.
yeah, and we include everything.
that could
So
be
the
what comes
motion,
out of the
motion will
committee.
be to replace the existing one with the new one. That's gonna be one motion.
You could do
So-
that today.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
okay,
think-
that's it.
Yeah, you
Okay.
could, but you need to be replacing something that you can specify.
Which we are.
Which we are.
Well, you need the copy of it. I don't think it was, other versions might have been older, but my memory is Joanne was chair at the time, so that only
Yeah.
goes back maximum of 12 years.
So we're gonna vote to withdraw the last one that we just
Yeah,
made, and then we're gonna vote on the new one to override. Replace,
and then you're gonna
replace the
vote.
existing one with the new one. That we
No, you have to vote to.
And that would be what comes out of committee.
You vote to override it
replace.
and, yeah.
To replace, to replace it with the new version.
Yes.
So vote for the, to withdraw, okay.
Vote to withdraw first. First.
Okay,
Who made the motion? You only made the motion?
yeah,
And you're-
Yelena Macklin,
yes.
Yeah.
Lucy Buglica Diaz.
Yes.
Gary Kragner. Milagros Skiles. Pat Singer.
Yes.
Okay,
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 no more motion, okay.
it's withdraw.
So
The new one.
To replace the existing moratorium with the new one. And you have to stay streets, time, all other.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, so let's do this way. We had an old moratorium, okay? Time came to replace it with the new one, including Coney Island. So, the new one should have the old one, Brighton Beach Avenue, including from Brighton 7 to Ocean Parkway, including side streets from Brightwater Court to Ocean View Avenue. That's what we had. For new, for all, okay.
In addition.
In addition, we would like to include Mermaid Avenue, Surf Avenue, Neptune Avenue, from West 47th Street to Steelville
Yeah.
Avenue.
That's good.
And it
That's
not to approve any new event for above mentioned locations.
Plus Brighton Beach Avenue.
Timing.
No.
What, from what,
I hear Brighton Beach.
we
Avenue.
mentioned Brighton Beach, right?
She didn't mention Down Avenue at all.
I thought I heard it.
No.
Right, 7 to Ocean Parkway on Brighton Beach Avenue, from Brightwater Court to Ocean View Avenue. No new events.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
date?
Two dates.
Oh, the entire year?
Because if you put from May 4th, they're gonna come to
Yeah, yeah, April 30th, May, yeah, April 30th.
It's included, it's included.
All right, Michael Silverman, has a question.
Question on the motion?
Yes, question on the motion.
Yes,
In Coney Island, are you including the side streets or just
No.
the main avenue?
no, only Main Street, Main
Okay.
Avenue, no side streets. We just spoke about it because we're gonna have, we have between 6 and 10 so-called family days from different developments.
Yeah.
They're doing them for, wait a minute. If you're talking about new events only, yes, we can include side streets.
Mhm.
We can include side streets.
Why you want?
If you're talking about new events only.
No
You
new
want new
events.
events?
No,
You first said main road,
just May.
Mermaid, Surf, and Neptune. And now you're wanna include side street?
No, okay, leave it.
Yeah, leave it as.
Leave it.
Because-
I would leave the side streets alone.
Yeah.
The main streets is where we have the more traffic.
The buses. Yep.
So Gio, what is gonna be a side street, one block?
Yeah, it's only one block. Yeah.
That's 21st.
Yeah.
But it's only one block?
Yeah, 28, 34.
Yeah, but they can do it as they want.
I want insurance.
And Ron, so it says, what's the stuff, somebody was saying, I'm opening this, I want to open this. And those, that area, but it's not mentioned Brighton Beach Avenue and Coney Island area.
It started, the sentence starts with that.
What's it's Brian 7, which is
That's
one
what
block.
Brighton said, not to touch Coney Island Avenue.
Who's saying something?
No, it's not mentioned Brighton Beach Avenue.
What if I come tomorrow and I wanna put an event, a new event on Brighton Beach Avenue and Coney Island Avenue?
Which I'm gonna do.
It's outside of those parameters, so I
Right.
will be allowed to do it.
Okay, put from Coney Island Avenue to Ocean Park.
I'm saying it's a new event. We have that in the law.
Right water court, Chevy, Coffee Place, that area. No new events.
Okay. Say is not approving anything new.
But we're advisory too.
Now he wants to go.
What would? Avenue.
The juke is never going to be touched because it is not a new event.
No, but they're not talking about that area at all. They're talking about Brighton 7 to Ocean Parkway.
Okay, now
Something
I
along
was-
the line.
What I
Something
just
good, they want to do something, Brighton Beach Avenue, Coney Island Avenue. I'm trying to avoid that.
Yes, which we just added.
We just added from Coney Island.
And you didn't add Brighton Beach Avenue, that whole designated area.
Okay, we added from Coney Island Avenue to Ocean Parkway, from Brightwater Court to Ocean View Avenue. It's including Brighton Beach Avenue.
It's only that Brighton Beach under the L, but that's not taking Brighton Beach Avenue down to Coffee Place.
What issues do
I
you
went to-
have with a new event on Brighton
Nobody's applying.
15th and Brighton Beach?
The problem is that all these years we've been fighting because of traffic and because people don't like the noise or whatever. We've got it so that down to a dynamite, situation there.
But it's the same reason they're not
And
extending
traffic.
to the side streets on.
Once a year. We don't want 10 of them passing to that area.
Wait a minute.
You have the.
Wait a minute. Even if SAPA change its rules and there is no moratorium, question. If somebody wants to come and have an event on Brighton Beach Avenue from Brighton 13th to Brighton 15th. Okay, number one, they have to come to us and we have to approve it. And most probably we
No,
will.
like a ruling on the book says, no, we won't consider any applicants for this area because of people and the stores there. You could tell me, I had to hear from everybody. This was always brought up, the traffic. Now the buses have to be rerouted that one day a year, that's all.
We will not approve it. It's up to
It
us.
shouldn't even come to you. The applicant should know this is what the we can pass. Staples said that the Jubilee and how it's run is one of a kind. They even said to me, and I said, yeah, but I want to guarantee that nobody's gonna just take it over and just say, I want to
Who
do
is
this.
With them,
going to
with
take
them
it
adding
over?
in the avenue, right? With them taking over Coney Island Avenue with no
Right,
new event,
they make it
Pat,
a spot
they
festival.
can't do your event because they took away.
They didn't, she said they
They're,
didn't.
they're gonna change it from
We
Brighton 7
include
to Coney Island.
Coney
Yes.
Avenue.
They-
Yes, we
I thought you
changed.
said she didn't
They
say.
just changed.
Okay, read it, please.
Why can't you add Brighton Beach Avenue from that area there, so just make sure it's secure.
Have a motion on events for Brighton Beach Avenue from Coney Island to Ocean Parkway, side streets from Brightwater Court to Ocean View Avenue, and on Mermaid, Surf, and Neptune from West 37 to Stillwell. Not any new events.
Right, but
That's the motion.
but again, you're not protecting my section that.
It's not your
It's what I
section.
do my event on once a year.
Okay, let me.
Okay, but let me,
Nobody else
you
comes along.
do your event, let's say August 1st. You're saying no one can do an event all the 363 days?
That's right.
Why?
Why? Because it's over your
the
street?
board got angry with us because we had to do everything we could to protect this, the event and
Like I just said, because your part, half of your part is already taken. What I'm saying is that they cannot do a new event that is yours, exactly yours, with the same streets as yours, because of what they just put in place.
They didn't put Brian Beach in, that's it.
But you're worried about doing an event.
One day, right?
One day, yeah, they should be able to do that.
They're 365 days in a year. You saying no one can do those days?
You had complaints, and I had ironed out every problem that came along. When they built the Oceana buildings, we had ironed, that was Brian Beach Baths before that. We had to make sure the street to get the cars out of there. Every problem came up, we stood up and we talked about it. We got the police department, we tried to make everything go
That's what I'm
smooth.
trying to say. No event is ever gonna be the same as hers because it can't be according to this new moratorium. So if they wanted to do a smaller event on Brighton Beach Avenue and Brighton 15, like Elena just said, they can. Cause you won't be getting those same complaints.
You will, because the buses have to come down there.
If it's on
Once
Brighton
they don't
13,
think
what I'm
of
trying to
these
say,
people.
nothing specific. No one ever will be able to duplicate your event with this moratorium. They won't be. They're including Coney Island Avenue. Your event is from Coney Island
I
Avenue
see
to
what you're
Brighton Beach Avenue.
saying, what he wants is to make sure nobody has a large event
The same-
within the area that,
Yes, the
and
same
what you're
exact
saying
area.
is, it's
You
not
can't.
possible because there's no streets available to make such a large event.
No, because you just put it in
Right.
place of Coney Island Avenue.
You didn't talk about that section, you just talked about 15th Street.
I'm done, I gotta go, there's a motion. What Yuri just read, that's my motion.
But the last time.
Okay, you just-
You allowed in that section. Only the Jubilee went there.
Never, ever, we had
Okay,
it.
I make a motion, Elaine, I want my name on face.
Okay, fine. Made the motion, Yuri seconded. Yelena Maxon,
Yes.
Lucy Mapucha Diaz,
See,
Yuri Krasner. Milagros Keeler,
See,
and Pat Singer.
Abstain.
Abstain?
yeah,
What's the whole section?
Okay, 4 yeses and 1 abstention.
All right.
motion to close. Okay.
However,
Yeah.
no new, then,
Okay, any,